I am Maria Lloyd, all the way from Greece to your home. We make loukoumada. I like this dessert. And you put on the top. It's so good. You can eat it just like that and with some olive oil. Isn't it great? Today we are going to make one of the most famous dishes, moussaka. Everybody knows moussaka, not only in America. Everywhere that I went, Australia, Japan, they love it. You will love it too. So we need eggplants, chopped meat, tomato paste, puree tomatoes, onion, one of the best Greek wines, Mavrodaphne, Greek olive oil, pepper, salt to taste. We need dill, parsley, garlic, cloves, margarine, and we're ready to go. And after that, we'll make our bechamel. You know, the eggplants are a bit bitter. That's why people, they don't like it. But I have found a way to make them sweet. Look at this. We cut them in slices. We take this off. Not very thin, not very thick. You can take any kind of eggplant you like. You know, these purple ones, the ones that they come from Greece, they're fantastic, but I couldn't find them here. They're very sweet actually. And you cut them like this. At the end, here, don't put it in, because this is what gives the bitterness. You know, here the strychnine, I don't know how to say it in English, but I hope that it is in English. And I take the salt, I add some salt here, rub it like this, and I put it in the pan. And you see what's happening? All the bitterness comes out. See? Dark. This is the bitterness from the eggplant. Then I wash them and I put them in the oven. I don't fry them. So this way my moussaka will be lighter and more healthy. So you see how they are now that they came out from the oven? Very tasty. Very tasty. You can eat them just like that, with a drop of olive oil and some feta cheese on the top. So let's make now the meat sauce for our moussaka. We add the onion in a very hot saucepan. We need to caramelize the onion to get all the sweetness out. And after that, we'll add garlic. You see where I keep my garlic? In olive oil. It makes it better because olive oil makes life taste better, as I say always. Now we can add our meat. You have to break down the chopped meat, so this way it will be smooth and creamy in your sauce. Don't add the chopped meat all at once in the pot. Split it little by little. We have to make sure that we'll brown the meat all the way. Now we'll add the Mavrodaphne wine, the Greek wine, the sweet wine. This is what it's going to give you the sweetness in your sauce. And you don't have to add sugar with this wine. Mm. Now it's my trick. I dilute the tomato paste into the tomato puree. Make sure that your tomato paste comes from Greece. It's very tasty. The sun over there makes the tomatoes fantastic. I will add some Greek olive oil. 1, 2, 3, 4 swirls. That means 4 tablespoons. Oh my God. I love this. Just take a piece of bread and eat it like it is. Wide it in there. Now we'll add just a pinch of cloves. I don't add cinnamon. Usually other people, they add cinnamon. I like the cloves in there. This is one big secret for this sauce. The lemon reed, it's fantastic in there. It gives a kick out to this sauce. Already smells fantastic. I will add some salt. Make sure your salt comes from Mesologi area in Greece. This is like the French, they say, the fleur de sel, one of the best salt in the world. Very tasty and white, you see? It's like snow. Now, my favorite herbs. See? They smell so good. Parsley, dill, and these are the 2 things that they go very well in there. Don't use mint. Mint has a strong aroma and will overlap this taste of the moussaka and the sweetness of the eggplant. This is the best way to cut it with a scissor because you don't lose anything from your herbs. This fantastic juice that you lose when you cut it with a knife. It needs to be cooked like 4 or 5 minutes. I will clean up here and I will make the bechamel. And now we are going to make our bechamel, this creamy, thick sauce that when will be on the top of our eggplants and the meat sauce, our moussaka will taste fantastic. We add the flour first. I will brown the flour before with no adding anything in there, no margarine, no olive oil, because I want to have this nutty taste in my bechamel. It smells already fantastic. This fragrance of the flour, it takes me back to the island of Aegina, where they have the pistachios. And every September, actually, they have a big festival. And oh my God, the best pistachios in the world. You can eat like 5 kilos, just like that, in one afternoon. See, this is the color that I want to have. Now I add my margarine. From olive oil, my margarine. You can find it. It's everywhere now. Now I will make my trick. I remove the cooking pot from the fire and I add the milk. It's better to use a whisk. Now that we're sure our mixture, the flour and the margarine, the roux, is dissolved in the milk, we can put it back on fire. Now, this will take about 7 to 8 minutes to be creamy, thick, creamy. But I have already made my bechamel before. Dara, my student, will bring me. Thank you, Dara.
You're welcome, Chef.
So you see, this is the way that has to be. It has to be creamy and shaky. And now we'll assemble our moussaka. Parchment paper, the love of my life. We add some of the meat underneath. This is a trick. I add always a bit of my meat under the eggplant. It gives crispy taste. Eggplants. Remember, don't fry them. Bake them. They will be easy, nice, tasty, healthy. Look at this. And many people, you know, in different villages in Greece, they add potatoes. Don't do that. You know, the real moussaka is with eggplants. I have to tell you that the most famous Greek dish, the moussaka, doesn't come actually from Greece. The Greeks, they will kill me, I know that. But we have always to say the truth. Moussaka has started from the Arabic countries, but because the Greeks, we are in between, you know, the Arabic countries and the rest of Europe, the French, they have made the bechamel sauce. So we added to the Arab dish that was with eggplant, of course it was fried, not good fried, and we added the meat and the bechamel. So this way we can say it's Greek. Oh, they smell so good, this eggplant. Remember, never put potatoes. The different thing that you can add, if you want, it's artichokes. I made a moussaka with artichokes and it was fantastic, really good. Actually, I have to make one with artichokes here at Loy Restaurant. And also I make my moussaka vegetarian. I use, instead of the chopped meat, chopped mushrooms, and it tastes fantastic. And you get your protein in there also. We add the chopped meat on the top here. Smells so good and tastes good. See, you can make the moussaka now, and you can make my famous moussaka. 3 small things. Remember the lemon root, the eggplant, not to fry them, will be lighter, not too much olive oil. I don't like when I go some places and I see like the brick of moussaka full of this fat. It doesn't matter if it's olive oil, it's too much. And like the ancient Greeks used to say, nothing in excess. They used to say, metron ariston. Metron ariston. Nothing in excess. This is what we have to use all the time in our lives. Metron ariston. Oh my God, it's almost ready. I have another trick. In between the meat and the bechamel, I add a bit of cheese, Greek cheese that comes from Olympus. And now I add the bechamel. Not too much. A very thin layer actually you need from bechamel. Very thin.